Hey guys, so it's Texas and it's summertime. That means that it's hot, but I have some recipes that are perfect for this summer season. They include watermelon, they include corn on the cob, and they include barbecue. So let's get started. They're super easy to make. You probably have these ingredients in your fridge right now. So let's get started and just follow along.
So grab your cutting board, whatever size you want, probably the bigger the better. And I have a mini watermelon. You can use a whole watermelon because we're going to make watermelon pops. So depending on how many pops you want to make, depends on the size of the watermelon that you get. So like I said, I grabbed a mini watermelon. Okay. Then I'm also going to need chamoy. I actually had chamoy in my pantry, but I had ran out, so I had to buy some more. I need fruit by the foot, some popsicle sticks, some tahini, and napkins or bowls or plates, because it's gonna get a little messy. But first things first, we're just gonna cut the watermelon. All right, so I'm only gonna need one side right now. And then I'm gonna cut this in half again. Oh my God, this smells delicious. I'm gonna be smart and just go like this. Yep. I love fruit. This watermelon smells like to die. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna cut off an end. Yep. And then if you want, you can save those for later. Oh. Okay. She's a little thick. That's good. Right. Now that you've cut your watermelon the way that you want it, you grab your popsicle stick and kind of just push it into there so that it's a popsicle. Woo. Grab your bowl, put that aside for later. Okay. But then grab your fruit by the foot. I haven't had fruit by the foot since I was a kid. Oh. All right. And then we're going to just beautifully, carefully, wrap your fruit by the foot. Okay. You wrap your fruit by the foot. It doesn't have to look perfect. You're going to be eating this. It's gonna look something like that. Sit, sit, sit. You say it. Okay. Then I have my little bowl. I'm gonna cut a little hole in there. I'm gonna put this like that because it's gonna get messy.
And then you're gonna like just drizzle the chamoy all over it, however much you want. I love chamoy, so we're gonna coat this. Okay. Oh, so good. Okay. And then, finishing touches, you're gonna put some tahini on it. You could also put like a squeeze of lime or lemon if you want to, but I think it's perfect like this. And then you just take a big bite. So good.
10 out of 10, would recommend. You have to do this.
And all of these ingredients you probably already have in your house, or if not, it's only a little bit. Watermelon, tahini, chamoy, fruit by the foot. Like, just simple, easy, delicious, perfect for the summertime. Oh my God. So after the watermelon pops, you're just going to need to clean off your cutting board and your knife because you're going to need them again for these corn ribs. They're elote inspired, so I feel like everyone's going to love them because doesn't everybody love elote? I love elote. And elote you can eat any time of the year, but especially during the summertime. Okay, so you're gonna need 4 corn on the cobs and you're gonna cut them into 4ths. So cut them once straight down and then cut them again. So you'll have 4 little rib pieces. So let's get started. You're just gonna, and now you have your rib pieces, okay? Now grab a bowl and you're gonna make a little concoction, a little spicy concoction that you're going to brush on the corn ribs. So it's going to need olive oil, salt, garlic powder, chili powder, lemon pepper, paprika, and black pepper. So first you're gonna need 4 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm using extra virgin olive oil, but whatever olive oil you have will work. So 4 tablespoons. 1, 2. After your olive oil, you're going to need a teaspoon of lemon pepper. Okay? Put that in there. And that's going to be half a teaspoon of a garlic powder. Okay? Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Okay? Half a teaspoon of chili powder. Okay. Half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Okay. And then 1/4 of a teaspoon of a black pepper, which I think is that. And then a little sprinkle of salt. And then we're just gonna mix it all together. It's gonna have like a dark red brown color, okay? And then you're gonna grab your corn, which had been sitting on the side, and then you're gonna get a brush. Whatever brush that you wanna use. I think I'm going to use my synthetic brush. Okay, dip it in there, and then you're just gonna kind of coat the ribs. I just go over it a couple of times, you know, back and forth. Kind of like I'm painting. But I'm trying to make sure that like every little crevice has some sauce in it because I really want it to be like soaked in. So that's why I'm going back and forth. After you've coated your corn ribs in the mixture that you just made, you're gonna put them in the air fryer at 400 degrees for 10 minutes, but you're gonna flip them halfway through. So at 5 minutes, just flip them to the other side so they get crispy all over. So while your corn ribs are in the air fryer, you're going to need to get some mayo, some chipotle peppers together, because we're gonna make a mixture that we're going to pour over the ribs. So you're going to need half a cup of mayo. I am using light mayo, that's just because I like light mayo, but you can use regular mayo, avocado mayo, whatever mayo makes you happy. I'm having to put a spoon in my mayo because my half a cup won't fit in there. So you're gonna put half a cup of mayo in a bowl, and then you're gonna get some chipotle peppers, and you're gonna need 2 teaspoons. 1, 2. Okay. And then you're gonna mix this up. It's gonna be kind of like the color of like Thousand Island. And then you're gonna need some lime juice. So I'm just gonna cut a lime. You're just gonna pour some lime juice in there and mix it all together so it's not as thick. And then you can put it in a squirt bottle. That's what I'm going to do. So after your corn has been in the air fryer, you're gonna pull them out and you're gonna grab a plate or a bowl, whichever you prefer. I'm just gonna use a regular paper plate. Ooh. Now after you've moved them to a plate, you're gonna grab your little mayo mixture that you made, some queso fresco, a lime, and some cilantro. So then you're gonna grab your mixture and you're gonna drizzle it all over the corn ribs. Yes. And then you're gonna get your queso fresco. And you're gonna drizzle some cheese all over that. Yes.
Along with some cilantro.
You can also squeeze some lime. And voila, you have corn ribs. I'm gonna try a corn rib. These are worthy of a happy dance. I would eat these corn ribs all the time. So this next recipe is called a barbecue sundae. So I know it sounds a little different, but just bear with me. You're actually going to put all of your barbecue and your sides in a mason jar, kind of like a sundae, so that you can scoop all of that goodness up in one go. So whether you made brisket, whether you made pulled pork, fajitas, you can grab that now along with your sides. And that can be mashed potatoes, potato salad, coleslaw, beans, whatever your heart desired. You can grab that out now, and we're going to put it all in this mason jar and make kind of a sundae of sorts. So let's get started. So for my mashed potatoes, I rinsed and peeled 5 large golden potatoes, which are a little sweeter than regular rustic potatoes. Then I placed them in a pot and filled it with water. Then I put it on the stove, turning the stove to medium heat for about 45 minutes. After the potatoes were soft, I put them in a bowl, mashing them together with some milk, butter, salt, and pepper. In a separate bowl, I mixed 1 egg with 2/3 cups of milk and sweet cornbread mix. I whisked the mixture together until all lumps were gone.
Then I grabbed an oven-safe container and poured the cornbread mixture. I baked the cornbread at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes and checked occasionally.
So I'm gonna start with cornbread, because I think that would make a good layer. So we're gonna put that in there. Kind of just like putting a nice layer in the bottom. Okay, we're gonna move that out of the way. And then I think we're gonna put some mashed potatoes. All right. I love mashed potatoes. I don't know about y'all. I do like potato salad as well, but I went with mashed potatoes. But like I said, you can use whatever you want. And I love baked beans. So I made some baked beans, which I'm now going to put on top of the mashed potatoes. And the barbecue I'm using is brisket, but you can use whatever your heart desires. If it's pulled pork, if it's fajitas, whichever you want. Oh my God, this smells delicious. Okay. And I'm gonna garnish with pickles, because I feel fancy. Also, who doesn't love pickles? Let's put a couple pickles in there. Look how adorable this sundae is. It's perfect for the summertime, and I cannot wait to dig in. So I'm gonna like scoop all the way. Try to get everything. Oh, that's good. That is delicious. And it all works together because you made it that way. You made the barbecue, you made the sides, and now you just have it in one simple go. Barbecue sundae, you can't go wrong. We hope you enjoyed these summer recipes, and next time you're with your friends or your family, you can try them out. I'm sure they're going to love the watermelon pops, the corn ribs, and the barbecue sundae. And we will be having more recipes in Darcy's Dishes. But until then, see ya!